Now when they put it down on page, we have 3 focuses of writing in 2nd grade. And first focus at the beginning of the year is a descriptive paragraph. In the middle of the year, we go to friendly letter, and then at the end of the year, a personal narrative. They write a story about themselves. I call them screencasts because at each step, I do a video of an assessment of their writing, a before and an after. And I post them on YouTube so you can get it anywhere you want to get it at a private website. And there are 4 to 6 screencasts this year. I may not do friendly letter, we'll see. But we'll post them to the website, and I want you to see the next screen. To get to the screencasts, you'll find examples of them on the website at this link on the website. There are student writing examples posted to the YouTube. Now, this is not where you get your child's. You'll get it at their own private website. But if you want to see what it should look like for this time of the year, you click on this. It opens a page to 6 links there for screencasts of how the writing should be at that time of the year. And the very first one is called What I Did at Recess. That's our first one that we do in about September. Click on that, and there's a great example of what writing should look at that time of the year. Then at the end of that semester, there's a descriptive writing prompt that the district has us do for the report card. And there is a student sample of there. Even now, you could go there right now and look at it. I haven't done letter writing yet for a screencast, number 3 and 4. But 5 and 6 are there right now. It's called One Day at School, which is the beginning of the second semester. The before, call it. And then the after would be at the very end of the year, the last grade, writing grade of the year. It's a personal narrative. You can see a good example there. Now, you'll be getting these also as your child's own personal assessments and review on a video on their own personal website. So you can kind of look at the example and look at your child's, but most of all, at the end of the year, you will see growth. You'll just see them improve over the year. Now, at the end of the year, I'll make a DVD which includes all of these on it. You'll be able to take them as a souvenir, academic souvenir of the year. Please read the consent to post your child's screencasts on YouTube. Check the appropriate box, then sign it and return. You'll get this at back to school night, or you'll get it in the envelope with your child's first information. I do need permission from you to post your child's work to their private website. You'll read the consent and decide whether you want it to happen or not. I also want to encourage you, while we're talking about writing, to send in a spiral binder for your child with their name on the front. Make it wide ruled if you'd send it in. Now, this is going to be used almost every day, so it's great that it's spiral bound. So if you wouldn't mind, I know there's been so many generous contributions this year, but if you could just send one more thing in, it would be specific to your child with their name on the front. We're going to use it every day. Now, continuing on in the afternoon, that's when we do science and social studies. The themes for science in second grade are Living Things Grow and Change. That's going to talk about plants, animals, and people. And then exploring the Earth's surface, we explore the soils, water cycle, and rocks and minerals, and dinosaur fossils. And then there's matter in motion as well. Now, there's an oral science report on each of those 3 themes. Well, actually, just the first 2. We don't do one on matter in motion. Now, what's an oral science report? It's when your child will stand in front of the class with this poster board called a pictorial, and will give an oral report to the class. They'll do this 3 times a year. And when this happens, there's going to be a word I just want you to be familiar with. You see it at the top. It's pictorial. This is a pictorial. It's simply a poster board where they will put captions on with pictures and drawings to show the 8 data information that they're going to share with the class. And this is one for Pachycephalosaurus, and that'll be at the end of the year. Now, there is a link on my website for science reports. You click on that, and You come up to where the 3 science reports, there are samples, examples of it, of students who did it last year. Living things, rocks and minerals, what fossils tell about dinosaurs. So if you have any question about how to go about doing that and some good examples of science reports, there are some videos right there of kids who did it well last year. Now the social studies themes throughout the year will be long ago and yesterday, map skills, our government, producers and consumers, and people in history. At the end of our day, and really math is scheduled this year, and we're still tightening it up at the beginning of the year. I'm doing this right now on August 18th. But math is, now, when we come to it, we do it. And it's every day, but we just have to change the schedule around. Mrs. Nagdalen and I switch for math. Some kids go to her, some kids come to me. There's also a few things on the website that will help you with math. Every day that we have a math lesson, which is Monday through Thursday, we send homework home. It's one single page. I send it in what I call a red math suitcase. And it's just a folder for carrying their math homework. It goes home that evening, and it gets done that evening, and it gets brought back the next day. Now, in case the gremlin took the math homework and was eaten on the way home or left at the Boys and Girls Club or something, I have every math homework page on my website in PDF form. You click on this link on the website in case you need it. Most won't, because you'll have a hard copy every night, but in case you do, click on it. Opens up to this page by chapter. You have to know what chapter we're in. That is, as you can see, it says in the Math Pacing 2011-2012, which is also on this page. And it tells what day we are, the Math Pacing, what day and lesson we are on. So you'd have to go to the chapter, you click on the chapter, you download it in PDF. And it looks like this. It'll give you the front side of the homework and the back side on the left and the right. You'll have to print out both of those pages. And that would be the homework for the night. But remember, you rarely have to do this if your child gets the homework home. Now there's another nice thing, is that our math publisher has a website. And you can go to this website, which just showed up on the screen. You could write that down if you like. And it will take you to grade 2 math book. And you will have the exact math book that your child has in the class for the lesson that we studied that day, if you really wanted to look that up. But you know what? If this becomes cumbersome and you really want to get involved with it, you can also check this out on a library home CD. Check it out from the library and keep it home for the year like a library book. You got to bring it back, or it costs, I think, $50. I don't know, $20. It costs money. So you got to be pretty serious if you want to take advantage of that, but it's there. Now we're still kind of working towards the end of our day here, and on Friday at the end of the day, we have the opportunity for a show and tell for every child. And you have an appointed time for this. There's one a week. So it'll take 25 weeks at least for the show and tell. And it's on Friday afternoon at the end of the day. Now I'll try to send you this email invitation in advance, which just says it's your week coming up, in a week and a half, and here are some things that you can do. There's a picture of a child sharing. They bring a poster board, like the pictorial and the science reports, pictures of family, events, vacations you go on, your hobbies, that sort of thing, to show the pictures. But also, you can bring examples. I really would let you bring toys and things. Now, on the next slide, you'll see you have a selection of things, a checkoff list, if you will. Things to do, to bring. And I'd love you to bring one from every category, especially the family heritage. That's one of our social studies focuses. And if you could tell the class what your family heritage is, what the last country your family came from, that would be terrific. Now another link on my website. If you're curious about someone special and how to share and what to do, you click on the link. It takes you to this page where at the bottom there's a PowerPoint. And the PowerPoint gives well, what I'm talking about right now, a review of PowerPoint. It's actually going to be this excerpt from this presentation. But also, there will be another link, and I do have another link to a video of a child giving their someone special presentation last year. And so you can look at that and say, oh, now I get it exactly what we can do, and it'll be better for your child. And parents are invited to that if you want to come, as they share about themselves. Take a picture and help your child bring their things that they're going to share. Now, this is the schedule for this year. And you can pause this thing and look at it. You can write your child's name down. But if you've just enrolled, obviously it won't be on here. This is from August. But you can see you'll probably be in May. May 18th and 25th are open, but there's also a date open in December 16th. So you would want to call me, if you will, and ask me which date, and I'll try and contact you. Your child will be put in. Now, back to the schedule. We skipped this whole center section because I'm going to cover it more under special days. There are special days through the week. It kind of cuts up the routine, makes things interesting. First of all, on Tuesday, we do have PE. And I just want to encourage you to be sure to send tennis shoes. Wear tennis shoes on that day. But that's not the only day that we have PE or an activity outside that requires tennis shoes. Thursday and Friday. Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, sometimes, especially the girls, like to wear those fancy shoes and Uggs and things. But on these days, and sandals, it's really a bad idea. They're going to be running for sure, especially Thursdays and Fridays. We run around the field for fast. So it's safe to send tennis shoes every day, of course. Now, every Wednesday is a modified. We usually get out at 3:20 on every other day, but we get out at 1 o'clock on Wednesdays. Your child will go home at 1 o'clock. On Wednesdays, we go to the computer lab, and then after computer lab, we go to the library. I do that on purpose if I can, because I want your child to bring their library book in on Wednesday. They take their AR test, I'll explain that later, in the computer lab, and then we go straight from the computer lab to the library where they drop off their book and they get a new book, and then they take it home that night to read it, to come back to Wednesday computer lab. So please send your library books in on Thursdays this year. Now, Friday is lineup assembly. The whole school meets out on the playground and lines up, and awards are given and announcements are made. So you're welcome to come to that. It's interesting to see, especially if your child's getting an award. And every Friday we have homework and assessment in the morning. Right after the Friday lineup, we go on our fast. We run around the field, and then we come in for really the rest of the morning for assessments. Now, since we talked about computer lab and library, I want to talk about accelerated reader. This year we've gone to global accelerated reader, which includes most books that we have in the whole. Accelerated reader is where your child goes to get a book like this from the library or from my classroom, this Clifford book, and you see a colored dot on it. This is light green. This color is associated with a book level. As you can see, the light green is 1.6 to 2.0, which is first grade 6th month, second grade beginning. This is the level book we like to see your child be able to read at the beginning of the year. They read this, and then they take a test on it in the computer lab on this book. If they pass it, they get a sticker up on the chart in the room that says they've passed 1 in this level. I require 5 in this level up until they're in the harder upper chapter books, and then they have to read 7 to show mastery. Now, I would love a parent volunteer to do this. We need to start marking more of our books because it's global with what their levels are. And it's a matter of just getting on the computer and typing in the name of the book and finding out what level it is. Now, if your child goes up a level, I send this home. I say they went from light green and they went to the next level, which would be bright orange. And you'll receive this at home saying they've gone up a level in their reading. We also were talking about Friday assessments, and these are the 2 assessments we do every single Friday. Spelling with 14 words usually, and at the bottom we do dictation sentences. which are new to them. They